को इसमें कनेक्ट किया जा रहा है, ठीक है।
that, you know, we should
सराय
not have
वाले कहाँ से
centralism,
स्टार्ट
we should
होगा?
have humanity, we should love each other, we should have coexistence. Now you will see that is the core of the theory.
हॉरिजॉन्टली पॉसिबल है ना, ये हॉरिजॉन्टली तो किया जा रहा है। जैसे हमें पता है कि हम दिल्ली है, दिल्ली में कोई मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है। दिल्ली में केवल जो है मेजरली क्या होता है, सर्विस सेक्टर होता है, ठीक है। तो दिल्ली के आसपास हमें पता है कि ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब है मेरठ।
तो this person is bringing structural functionalism. Okay, in short, Redcliffe Brown is giving a lot of importance to society or structures. Okay, whereas you have Malinowski, who is focusing more on bioculture or psychological needs. Okay, now we will start with Malinowski. Okay, he is our personal favorite because we have been reading about Malinowski since we have started the discussion on anthropology. He is actually, you know, considered as father of modern anthropology as well, because he has told us that how we need to conduct a field study, participant observation. Okay, so Malinowski is starting point. So I am discussing Malinowski first. I hope you people are as quick as I am in making notes. So we are discussing Malinowski functionalism. Okay, so let's see the starting point. I'm assuming that you people all are aware of Malinowski. Okay, so starting point for Malinowski is the individual. Okay, is the individual who has a set of basic needs. So he argues ये जो individual है, okay, ये जो एक individual है, Malinowski कह रहा है कि भाई इसके जो है कुछ basic needs है, क्योंकि मैंने कहा ना Malinowski का जो focus है वो individual है, okay, not one individual, like group. Okay, so he says that we do have a basic needs that has to be satisfied for his survival. So he says ये जो basic needs है that has to be survived, that has to be satisfied. ठीक है, तो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इंडिविजुअल का यही है, और ये बेसिक नीड्स मैलिनोव्स्की कह रहे हैं कि भाई किसी भी कीमत पे ये तो आप सर्वाइव तभी इंसान करेगा जब उसकी ये नीड्स पूरी हो जाएगी. ओके, नाउ व्हाट यू कैन राइट डाउन one important point that he is giving lot of emphasizes to psychological functionalism. ठीक है, ये हम यूज कर सकते हैं टर्म, इट विल बी अ यूनिक टर्म. He is focusing on psychological functionalism. This is something you people can just write down, okay? And this is a major difference between Redcliffe Brown approach. I hope all of you online students are understanding this, okay? So you would see that Malinowski functionalism is considered as psychological functionalism. In later, when I would be explaining you Brown, you will see that Brown का जो approach है is considered sociological functionalism. Okay, write down. लिख लो साइड में कहीं Brown का. Is a structural, no? So structural functionalism is like society. Structure means society. So for Brown, it is sociological functionalism. Okay, so this is something you need to have clarity. When we are talking about functionalism, it's a very important core theory of anthropology. And you cannot just simply understand anthropology or these theories in just one go. You can see that I am taking the maximum classes on anthropological theories. Okay, so now understand what Malinowski is arguing. So according to Malinowski, culture has been the instrument that satisfies individuals' needs. Okay, तो ये individuals की needs, biological needs, सब चीजें इसको पूरी कर रहा है. So biocultural functionalism, according to Malinowski, culture acts as an instrument to fulfill biocultural needs of individuals. Biocultural needs of individuals. Okay. Now, if you have written this, Malinowski's approach is basically distinguishes between three levels of systems. Okay? Malinowski approach is distinguish three levels of system. Okay? Now, they are arguing it is on the individual survival. It is on the individual survival of larger entities. Okay? Of larger entities like of groups, communities. Okay? And you would see at the bottom is this biological system. तो उन्होंने कहा कि सबसे पहले ये जो लार्जर एंटाइटीज है जैसे कि ग्रुप्स हो गया या कम्युनिटीज हो गई एक्सेट्रा, सब इन्होंने हायरार्की बताई और सबसे पहले उन्होंने जो नीड्स बताई वो बताई कि वी डू हैव अ बेसिक biological needs. Okay, so at the bottom he put the which phrase biological system, followed next by social structural. Write down social structural. सबसे पहले biological needs individual की, फिर social structural है, then finally symbolic system. Then you can write down that he has given 7 biological needs and their cultural responses. So you would see that main idea of functionalism theory as given to us by this person is talking about that how culture is basically our survival mechanism. Okay, so do write down this. So he explained that how do we have needs. So you can see, you might can get a question, what is theory of needs? So he said that humans have biological needs. He has given a lot of explanation on it. I am explaining in a general manner. Food is a biological need. Shelter is a biological need. Clothing is a biological need. Reproducing is a biological need. Okay? So these are your basic needs. Then you have our instrumental needs. For example, to fulfill all these needs, you need to create some sort of social structural mechanism. That is education, that is marriage, you know. So your primary needs will be fulfilled through instrumental needs. ठीक है? ये आपका biological needs को आप primary कर लो. This is your instrumental needs. That means that in a society, if we don't have social institutions like religion, family, marriage, kinship, and so on, we cannot have system. It will not going to survive. It is as simple as this, okay? So that you have to see. Then integrative needs. So you will going to have integrative needs. That means you need abstract concepts such as religion, magic, you know, media, or, you know, not right now that kind of media. It's like, you know, then abstract concept, suprastructure, what Karl Marx have said. Okay, suprastructure, like, you know, where you are just talking and understanding the abstract concept. You need that, okay, there is someone who is looking for our needs. And if anything is dysfunctional, so some supernatural power is taking care of it. Okay, so you can see, please write down quickly. So you will see that according to Malinowski, society functions to fulfill individual needs. So this is a theory of needs. Each institution now has set of norms and activities. Religion has set of norms and activities, technology and functions. Family has set of norms, you know, then technologies, then rules, regulations, so as religion. Okay, now please write down. Malinowski has used the illustration of charter. Okay, Malinowski has used the charter of an institution to explain functionalism. Okay? Now, he has explained this theory, okay, by bringing a field work. And he has brought a theoretical shift and give rise to functionalism. This is very important with respect to Malinowski. Do remember this. To explain all these needs, he has brought a shift. What type of shift? From theoretical to empirical. By having field work. Okay? So earlier theorists, even the diffusionists, Franz Boas, they did argue that we need to have empiricism, we need to have facts in order to prove how culture has worked and what are the components of culture. But you would see that it is Malinowski who has given that how anthropologists or sociologists must apply methodology. So this is, you people can write it down. It's the greatest contribution. Okay? And that is why you can understand social behavior, social relations. Okay? And while doing his analysis, he has given a functional scheme, following aspects, okay, that how routine behavior is there, and it is also followed by customs and traditions. Even your day-to-day routine life, it is not in isolation people are doing. Okay, so it is actually there with respect to routine. Now you can understand this with respect to your daily routines, right? So if you people are waking up early in the morning, doing Surya Namaskar or offering salah or namaz. So, or you are doing, you are worshipping, you are chanting some rituals, some mantras. That is, your daily routine is also conducted by some ideologies, like psychological needs. So this is what you need to see. Okay, so this is a major theory of Malinowski. Okay, so you people can write down this. Now you will see what Redcliffe Brown has given. Okay, and then I will make the comparison. Redcliffe Brown has given a lot of importance to structure, that is society or a system. Okay, he has given lot of emphasizes on the concept of social structure. Okay, social structure, and that is why Brown's school is known as structural functionalism. So he argues that individuals in a social structures are like parts in an organism, irrespective of changes happening and all. Okay, so he says that individuals' thoughts may change, they may go, but social structure continues and adapts and will remain over there. So he talks about that, it is very simple. Individuals may remain or may go. तो हम लोग आते हैं, नए लोग आते हैं, हम मर जाते हैं, बट स्ट्रक्चर तो वहीं पे है, सोसाइटी तो वहीं पे है. So this continuity is called structural continuity. Okay. Structural continuity. Now you can see basic premises of Brown. Basic premises is a necessary condition, okay, a necessary condition of a society for its survival is a minimal integration of its parts. Okay. So structure features shown to contribute so that society can work, and so solidarity is there among individuals so that society can work. Simple. Okay, write down very simple point. Now, he says that social structure is a working unit. This is important. Okay? इन्होंने कहा कि जो सोसाइटी है या फिर जो सोशल स्ट्रक्चर है, it is a working unit. Okay? It is a working unit in which parts or individuals accommodate, in which parts or individuals adjust or accommodate in a way that helps to maintain the whole. Okay? So to explain his social structure theory, he talks about actual social structure, okay, actual social structure, general social structure. Okay, please write down. Okay. Now, what is actual social structure? लिख लिया ये. अब मैं आपको थोड़ा सा actual social structure को explain करूंगी. Actual social structure is the internal structure of the society. This is the internal social structure of the society. Relationship of a person, groups. Okay. Now you can see actual structure is like individuals, actions. Okay. So you will see that these individuals, for example, you will see that individuals are there in our society. They may migrate and they go and settle somewhere else, or they may die. Okay. So actual structure you will see are the people who are performing actions. Older members will go, decay, new members will come. Okay, by birth. So in social structure is component of 2 points. So actual structure is like the present stage. Okay, and this is one you will write, and this actual structure changes a lot of time. This is your internal dynamics. Then you have general social structure. You have general social structure. Basically, it is social institutions. I will explain it with the help of diagram. Okay. So let's just see like this. This is my general social structure. Okay, I'll explain in the Indian context. My religion is Vedic religion. My economy is, let's just say, function on the basis of caste system. Okay. This is economy. And how it is going to change, that also you will see. My polity is working according as per Manusmriti or other religious texts. My social life is also governed by, that the philosophy, the rules and all. Now, this actual structure is always changing, no? From the Vedic phase to still today we can see. So this is my actual structure. Now, right now, these people would be changing. Okay? It will be changing. Why? Right now I'm just talking about the first, the people of, let's just say, Vedic age. Okay? Now you will see here at a level general structure. General structure is like the culture. I can say even today my general structure is what it got started during Vedas time. Okay? So still nowadays you can call it as Hinduism. Though I have got formal economical system, but still caste play an important role. You can see article, if I'm not wrong, 16 talks about positive discrimination in our constitution, that how people who are coming from the lower caste, we would provide them job reservations. Okay, so still it plays a significant role. Now, the internal structure of that earlier period of time is still in continuation. My Constitution has given the place to talk about casteism, untouchability, right? And my marriage is also run by Vedic rules and regulations. This is still very much present. Okay, so what Redcliffe Brown is explaining, that your culture, your society is shaping individuals' thoughts. Individuals would come and participate in system. When I born, this social structure was there. I know that I am living in a democratic India. I know that being Muslim, definitely my culture will be Indian. It will not be Saudi Arabian culture. I can be Muslim, but I am Indian Muslim. Okay, I have to follow the rules and regulation. I have to follow, right, what my culture is saying. So I am participating in the actual, you can see, that actuality of mind is functioning, is embedded in general structure. Is this now clear? So Redcliffe Brown is talking about that we do have a different roles, right? And every role is playing a significant role in functioning of a society or culture. But here you will see that modern anthropologists, unlike diffusionists or evolutionists, is talking in a very contemporary scenario. Okay, they are actually, you would see that now with the writing of Malinowski and Redcliffe Brown, theory is shifting towards practicalness. Okay, so आपको कहीं ना कहीं practical approach दिखेगा इनकी theory में. So they are saying that, see, there is individuals whose psychological needs were there, and that's why we have created society. Redcliffe Brown is saying, no, society was there always, and individuals are coming and just participating. On this theory, if you realize, UPSC did ask question in its essay. Is it individual shaping society, or it is society shaping individual's thought? This is the in-depth clarity you should get when you are dealing with anthropological theories. It will not come one time. Okay, you need to practice. But I think most of you must have got the clarity because we have discussed Malinowski, Brown so many times. Okay, so this is how you will see. So you will see that there are similarities. Both worked in small islands. Okay, while talking about the functionalism. Cultures continues, it exists, and it has to survive. This is also the common ground. The difference you will see, they are talking about that how Malinowski concerned with culture and Brown is talking about structure and Malinowski individual. So ये कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा difference है. But as all other theory, functionalism theory is also being criticized by other thinkers, and criticism is also important. Recently, I think 1 year or 2 years back, UPSC did ask anthropological theories में criticism. Now you will see that both the theory is failing to explain the complex nature of actors and the process of interaction. How individual is shaping, society, and how society is shaping individuals. So we do not have a lot of clarity over it. Okay, so I hope you people have got clarity over functionalism theory today.